always stood by you. I campaigned for you when I was pregnant. During checkers, when I wanted you out, I told you to fight. This is different, Dick. You've changed. You've grown more bitter, like you're at war with the world. You weren't that way before. I'm 50 years old now, Dick. How many millions of miles have I traveled? How many millions of people's hands have I shaken that I just don't like? How many thank you notes have I written? It's as if I don't know, just went to sleep a long time ago and missed the years between. I had enough.
What are you saying? What are you talking about?
I want a divorce.
My God, divorce? What about the girls?
Girls who grew up, they only know you from television anyway.
The rumors are family.
You're ruining us. If we stay with you, you'll take us down with you. This isn't political, Dick. This is our life.
Everything's political, for Christ's sake. I'm political. You're political, too.
No, I'm not. I'm finished.
No, this is just what they want, buddy. Don't you see? They want to drive us apart, to beat us. We can't let them do it. We've been through too much together, buddy. We belong together.
That's what you said the first time we met. You didn't even know me.
Always said it. I asked you to marry me, didn't I? Our first date. Said it because I knew. I know you were the one. So solid. So strong. So beautiful.
Hi, Ryan.
What'd you miss?
How's your week?
Well, in a way, yes. Of course, honey. You know I would never deceive you, don't you?
You were the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I don't want to lose you. Ever.
Dick, don't.
You really want me to quit?
We can be happy. We really can. The girls and I love you, Dick.
And if I stop, there'll be no more talk of divorce. I'll do it. No more.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm out.
Is that the truth?
I'll never run again. I promise. Yeah.
I love you, buddy. I love you. Well, what did you think of that scene? I mean, I had made this point about how, here presumably he's confessing, makes this a very important life decision and so forth. Yet we as audience members know that, of course, he's going to run again in '68 in a few more years. So, it calls into question for us, as nice and sincere as this might seem, it calls into question the kind of person he really is. I think there's another thing which some of you might not have, if you haven't seen the film recently, might not have picked up on. When he goes into the flashback and their courtship scene, there's a very short flash frame of the image that we have of his mother from his childhood. Okay, and throughout there are these moments where he flashes back, he looks at an empty chair and suddenly his mother was sitting in it. And it's clear that her presence has shaped him. And we can call this a kind of psychohistory or psychological history in which Stone is taking on the burden that we have in modern times of thinking that we can best understand people through their psychological inner life or their motivation. And we live in a Freudian age, and we end up always trying to psychoanalyze public figures on the smallest amount of data that we can get. But in this case, I think Stone is really relentless. It's clear that this Oedipal configuration with his father and his mother is what he sees as a central thing in shaping Nixon's personality. And that's an ongoing thing in a number of different Stone films. The conflict of George W. Bush with his father is the core thing in the film W. I don't think that's enough of an explanation, but it's there, okay, as one of Stone's signature obsessions or concerns. Okay, I'd like to then look at The Contender, where again, Joan Allen has this interesting function of being the moral center or reference point for it. We're going to see three different settings and scenes and moods. First, we're going to see Joan Allen as Senator Lane Hansen. She's been nominated to be the vice president who was in office. Suddenly died a few weeks before, and the president, played by Jeff Bridges, has to nominate a replacement. She then has to be vetted through congressional investigations. So she's already had been at a hearing at this point in which she really has been savaged quite a bit. So the first thing we're going to see here is a conversation. We see her in her office, and she's talking with her aides, and she's planning what are basically just everyday political activities in a senator's life of strategizing for something they're trying to get accomplished or something like that. It's then announced that this member of the committee who is interrogating her has arrived, and he is of the same party. It happens to be Christian Slater as the actor. He's a young congressman, and he has arrived and wants to have a meeting with her, and which she then agrees to. And so this representative, Webster, the Christian Slater character, notice how he's shot. He has an American flag behind him, which makes an ironic visual comment. First of all, it's graphically striking. But it's also the fact that we then know that even though she's been portrayed as somehow an atheistic liberal by the arch conservatives in the drama, that in fact she has a huge American flag in her office. Clearly she is a patriotic person through her choice of decor.